Hello everybody and welcome to episode 2 of this poorly constructed Planet Coaster 2 park. But there's been quite a lot of updates. I'll get into why there's been a lot of updates shortly. However, the main thing is that I have now pretty much completed this Viking Lodge. There's quite a bit of like little bits and bobs of detailing to do, but overall it's done. I've spent a bit of time just finishing off the front, go away, and doing all the lighting and obviously naming it Viking Lodges. I spent too much of my brain power. Oh, I've just leaked something. I spent too much of my brain power thinking about what to call it. And then I just thought the chances are a British theme park would just call it the Viking Lodges. So I went with exactly that. There's obviously 8 lodges down here, and then I thought there should just be a few around here. These are kind of going to be kind of the premium lodges, the premium accommodation of the park. So I'm really happy with how these turned out. Think of like Woodland Lodges at Alton Towers. These are the vibes I'm going for. Just quite small, literally have a bed, a toilet and a kettle, which is fine. I actually really like the Woodland Lodges at Alton Towers, one of my favourite comms. But this is how it's looking overall. I'm pretty happy with it. I've kind of finished-ish the detailing. Ignore all that will be done. But I put this like seating area. I need to sort out these seats because obviously they're not in final position. But there's somewhere to buy food in there. I've sort of done the best with the back because I was really worried because it was really flat. And I didn't want to protrude too much onto here because it is just casting a massive shadow most hours of the day. But I'm very, very happy with how it's turned out, to be honest. I'm actually chuffed. So I'm going to take that as a win. The front came out really nice as well. I like kind of the rustic feel of it. I think it suits it well. And then obviously we have the monorail, which I installed not long after I finished this. And I'm going to be very careful as to what I show you before the time lapse because I don't want to indulge too much just yet. So this is the monorail station and the toilet block. It's very loosely themed on the one at Alton Towers just because that's the one I know best. So it's the one I can kind of pull from memory. In the storyline of this imaginary park, this was here from the beginning. You know, monorails and these transport rides are often the rides that last the longest in parks. Ignore that noise in the background. But yeah, so I'm very, very happy with how this is looking so far. I didn't want it to be perfect. I'm going to add some colour to it, I think, because that's often the case. So just splash some colour on these very mundane and boring box buildings. So we'll be doing more with this. Obviously, it's not finished. The entrance tanks are just here, so they'll go through this building here and then out the front, and then there is 3 toilet blocks just there. And that's kind of is what it is, and I think that's all it should be. The monorail, I've got a bit of tweaking to do. I'm not overly happy with it, but my only big gripe with transport rides in general is how like protruding they are on the sight lines. They just look in the way always, and I don't really think there's a way to get rid of that. I've tried to hide them as much as I can with trees and terrain changing, but we'll see how we go on. Anyway, I've put these 2 little food vans down here because I think they just are in pretty much every park. And I think they look great. I think these are one of my favourite new parts for Planet Coaster 2. And just put a Cosmic Cow milkshake and then a Pizza Pals or Pizza Pals. One just over here. Again, I feel like it's something you see in a real park. I don't know. This is just kind of making up as I go along. And then obviously just something to break up the plaza because if you just have an open flat plane, it's just a bit boring. I might put some little like information booths or something here. I don't know yet. And then here is the start of the main plaza building where guests will enter through here. I'll probably put some kind of information booth in there and then over there as well. I'm going to treat the one over here as a ticket booth. And then this is kind of a gift shop, maybe like ride passes, stuff like that. And yeah, overall I'm happy with how this area is looking so far. It's starting to look very full, which is nice. It's what we like. I'm probably going to build some kind of bus from here over to the main entrance, just running as if it's like a shuttle bus to and from the Viking Lodges because they are at the minute quite out of the way. Even though you do have the monorail transport, I feel like it's good to have another one. I've done this backstage area. There isn't really much in the way of like just backstage stuff in Planet Coaster, which I get. It's not meant to be a simulation game. They're not straight, and that's bothering me. But I think it looks all right. I'm going to add more to it. I'll probably add some cars and stuff, and I need to obviously add some kind of access. But I do try and include some backstage stuff. I like doing it. So we should be adding more of them. But yeah, overall, very, very happy with how it's looking and how we're getting on with the park. I hope you liked the first episode. It went up yesterday as I'm recording this, which I completely forgot about. I actually scheduled it to upload because I recorded that a couple of weeks ago now. But there's going to be a time lapse now of a roller coaster that I built, which is currently behind the camera. So let me know what you think of that, and then I'll do a quick walk around of that roller coaster when the time lapse is finished. So I shall catch you in a few minutes' time. So here it is, our yet to be named wooden GCI roller coaster, our first ride in this park, which, to be honest, I'm very, very happy with. Now, for all those who don't know me, I don't actually ride many roller coasters. I get really, really bad motion sickness. Sorry if you can't hear me. I get really, really bad motion sickness, so there's not an awful lot I can ride. And for someone that can't ride big, scary coasters, I'm very, very happy with this layout. I think it's got lots of really cool elements. I love this helix. It drops straight into another drop and then into an airtime hill. I think the pacing's really good. It's one thing I've really struggled with in Planet Coaster in the past is the pacing. But it carries a really nice pace throughout the whole layout. And I feel like it's a decent size layout. It's not the longest coaster in the world. I kind of wanted to make it a terrain hugging coaster rather than just on one level. I need to finish all this area and this leveling up and stuff just to make it blend in a bit better. But I like how it twists and turns through the rock work and through the terrain and forest, because I want it to be a very woodland based park. And I'm going to theme it in Greek because obviously we have the Greek mythology pack in Planet Coaster at the minute. So I made this little sculpture which is far, far from finished, and so is the queue line, so please excuse that. But I like what I've done with this, how the fountain goes, I didn't know she left, through this. It'll be some kind of Medusa theme and name, I'd imagine. But if you've got any name suggestions, please do let me know. I'll be keen to hear them. And I also did this like plaza area because I wanted it to be on 2 levels. I wanted the guests to come in over here and see this big intimidating roller coaster just there, which is like a false perspective sort of thing, I guess. And I really do like the Greek pack for the different features and the different pieces that we've got in the pack. I'm probably gonna smooth this out and build maybe a couple of flat rides down here and just maybe another restaurant or something like that, and just spend some more time detailing, because in the past few days Frontier did an official trailer for the launch of the Western pack, which is coming in the March update, which is coming in the 20th of March, I think. So the next episode will probably just be detailing work and the flat rides being installed before we prepare for the Western pack, because I'm very, very excited for that. I will be doing a properly themed Western area, and I can't wait to do that. As for the rest of this, I did spend some time on it, but I just couldn't get anything to work. I had a bit of creative block, so I just thought I'd leave it and move on to something else. And I had this real dying urge to build a roller coaster, so here it is. I really wanted at least one Woodie in the park, and I'm very, very happy with how this turned out. I really like the twists and turns and stuff. I think it's very visually appealing. I still need to colour the cars, and I'll probably add some theme into them. And it runs really well. And that's all there is to it, basically. So, yeah, this is probably going to be a shorter episode than the last, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm still getting used to getting back into video making and also playing Planet Coaster, because it's been a while. But yeah. Again, if you liked it, please let me know, like the video, give me a subscribe if you want to as well. That would be greatly appreciated. I've got some other content on the way as well I'm currently working on. I've been working for a long time on a mini documentary of the haunted houses at Alton Towers. So that'll be really cool to show you guys. So if you're interested in anything like that, do drop us a follow. I'll be going to some parks as well. I'm part of the Alton Towers creator program as well, so there'll be some stuff coming from that. So yeah, super exciting stuff. I'm super excited to get into this year. There's lots of stuff going on, and I'm excited to share it all with you, to be honest. So yeah, any name suggestions, any ride suggestions for the park, do let me know, and I shall pick them up. And in the meantime, I shall leave you with a POV of this roller coaster, and I shall see you next week.